Hello and welcome to VOA's Red Carpet. I want to thank you for joining us on the show today. Red Carpet is a show that brings you the latest in entertainment news, in music, in fashion, sports, film, and television from around the world. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. Let's go. The coronavirus, also known as COVID-19, recently declared a global pandemic, is affecting sports and entertainment events worldwide. And one of the events affected is the NBA Basketball Africa League, which was supposed to start this week. On the advice of the authorities in Senegal, the league has postponed tip-off till further notice. In the US, the NBA has suspended its season until further notice. The suspension came after Rudy Gobert of the Utah Jazz tested positive for the coronavirus. The NBA was already considering playing matches without fans in arenas. Rugby and tennis tournaments have also been cancelled. Asian qualifiers for the 2022 World Cup are also postponed. Juventus player Cristiano Ronaldo is in quarantine after a teammate was confirmed with COVID-19 just 3 days after their last game. One of the most anticipated events of the year, the annual South by Southwest Arts and Technology Festival in Austin, Texas, has been cancelled, along with a 3-day electronic dance music festival in Miami that was to have featured David Guetta as well as the Chainsmokers. In concerts, one of the world's biggest music festivals, Coachella, was set to take place next month in the California desert, but has now been postponed to October. Pearl Jam is postponing its North American tour, and Mariah Carey is postponing a concert in Honolulu, Hawaii. Miley Cyrus is not traveling to Australia for a bushfire relief concert, and Madonna is cancelling shows in Paris. Singer Ciara is postponing a concert in Texas that was to have opened a new venue at the U.S. military base Fort Hood. Ciara says that her doctors have advised her to limit travel and large group gatherings during this outbreak while she is pregnant. The American Film Institute is postponing its Life Achievement Award tribute for Julie Andrews, and the release of the new James Bond adventure No Time to Die has been moved from April to November, with producers citing evaluation of the global theatrical marketplace as reasons. And Oscar-winning actor Tom Hanks and his wife Rita Wilson also announced that they had the coronavirus and were under quarantine. Hanks and his wife are in Australia, where he was set to film a movie about the life of Elvis Presley. He said in a statement that, quote, "We felt a bit tired, like we had colds and somebody X." And Disney is delaying the Chinese release of its new version of Mulan. Yifei Liu stars in the live-action adaptation of the studio's 1998 musical cartoon and says that her grandmother is living in Wuhan, where the COVID-19 virus first appeared.
I think, of course, people are worried, and my mom and my grandmom, she's still in Wuhan. But thanks for asking. I think people are really careful, taking care of themselves and others, staying home, being really careful, and really touched. And I really hope that this gets better very soon.
And in other news, former movie producer Harvey Weinstein was sentenced to 23 years in prison for his sexual assault and rape convictions. The sentence was handed down in Manhattan Criminal Court by Justice James Burke. Last month, a jury found Weinstein, once one of Hollywood's most powerful figures, guilty of sexually assaulting former production assistant Mimi Haley and raping former aspiring actress Jessica Mann. Weinstein delivered a statement to the court expressing sympathy for men accused in the #MeToo movement, while saying that he's trying to be a better person. There are also questions about this year's Olympic Games in Tokyo, where organizers are discussing holding events without spectators. And one of the athletes preparing to compete in those games is South African Caitlin Rooskraas, who made history last year by becoming her nation's first gymnast to win a gold medal at an international meet. South Africa has a poor record at the Olympics and in gymnastics in particular. But Rooskrantz is trying to change that with her Olympic debut. VOA's Anita Powell has more from Johannesburg.
Caitlin Rooskrantz won South Africa's first gold medal at the International Gymnastics Federation Challenge Cup in 2019. In July, the 18-year-old will become the first South African woman since 2004 to represent her country at the Olympics in artistic gymnastics. But it hasn't been easy, says Rooskrantz, who trains up to 8 hours per day and believes that struggle lines the path to success.
They come hand in hand. You know, I've been through so many injuries. I can't even tell you, from, small little pains and niggles to operation. I've went for knee operation, so I think I've had it all, so not only physical struggle, but also mental, because with, big injuries, it really does take a big toll on your mental, especially in a sport like gymnastics.
The only two sub-Saharan African nations to compete in Olympic gymnastics are neighboring Namibia and South Africa, which has never won a medal. With the help of her coach, Rooskrantz plans to change that.
You often get a gymnast who's really talented, who's not really prepared to put in the hours, or who definitely they don't maximize their training hours. But Caitlin has got the potential as well as the work ethic, and that just is a winning combination.
Vida Rooskrantz gave up her full-time job as a nurse and their larger house to support her daughter's career. It's worth it, she says. Caitlin was born to be a gymnast.
Before she could sit, she was moving all the time. She was kicking her legs and she was grabbing things and she was.
Caitlin Rooskrantz's best friend, Naveen Daries, is South Africa's international champion. She hopes to secure the nation's second spot at the Olympics during the March African Gymnastics Championships.
Caitlin is opening doors, we all are working hard and it is getting better. People are noticing us more, which is always nice.
More than just winning at the Olympics, Rooskrantz wants to put the spotlight on South African gymnastics. Earning the country's first gold medal in an international competition and being its first woman gymnast at the Olympics in 16 years is a pretty good start. Anita Powell, VOA News, Johannesburg.
And in Cameroon, women are taking over when it comes to film. Tatapong Bayala sets up her camera in a studio in the capital Yaoundé, surrounded by an all-woman team of technicians, makeup artists, and assistants. Let's take a look. On set with Cameroonian rapper Lore, this is a production with a difference behind the camera. In fact, everyone on set is a woman. Tatapong Bayala is the owner of Girl Boss Productions, an all-film company, and she's taking on the male-dominated film industry in Cameroon and beyond.
The first challenge is just the fact that I'm a female. Yeah, I have a lot of people who don't trust my work, not because it's not nice. They don't even believe I'm the one doing it, because I was mentored by a man, yeah. So my mentor even had to ask me to depart from him for me to prove to people that I'm the one doing my works. So they don't want to believe that it's really a girl doing it.
Script writer, music video director, choreographer, video editor. The list of hats Bayala wears is long. She started out in front of the camera in videos before realizing that she wanted to direct the action. Girl Boss has notched up to 50 music videos. Many fans of Bayala's work assume she's a man.
From my experience so far with my team, you'll be very impressed to see the girls carrying heavy stuff, the girls being faster, the girls that are the ones doing it. I think we can do it. And I think if we create that universe, that space where we can give hope to the other girls that you can go above just being a vixen. You can go above just being that. There's a space for you where if you want to be the boss yourself, you want to be in the technical crew, to produce art, you can produce art.
And now to Brazil, where bottles, wood, plastics, electronic waste and other discarded objects transformed into art were shown in an exhibition called Brazil Recycled at the Urban Arts Warehouse in Rio de Janeiro. Junior Cruz, an artist who began working as a joiner making furniture and pieces from the wood, realized that the waste of all kinds of all objects, including the wood, was affecting the health of the planet. 9 years ago, when he and his wife went to the beach and found all kinds of trash spread in the sand, decided to create a giant map of Brazil with that rubbish. The result was a 20 meters wide map made just with objects found in the beach. Since then, they decided to do more and to create awareness through their art and through the example of recycling things.
Esse trabalho significa a minha vida.
This work means my life. I began doing a work that was just an artistic expression, and suddenly I realized that I was in a project. I realized the planet is at risk. The human life is at risk. The sea life, the flora, the fauna, everything is at risk. And people just don't wake up. So with this work, I try to show that the planet is at risk.
This year, they created about 30 maps of Brazil made with garbage and abandoned objects they removed from the beach, from the rivers, and other places. And talking about recycling, let's head to New York for a look at how fashion designers are ready to show the world what to do with old clothing during Refashion Week in New York City. Nina Vishneva has our story narrated by Anne Rice. Check it out.
These people can breathe life into pretty much anything. Out-of-fashion jeans, boring dresses, torn canvas totes, and even car tires.
My necklace was made of tires, inner top, recyclable, so basically you can touch it.
Dedication to sustainability and a bit of creativity can spice up any wardrobe.
This was originally a blanket from the thrift store, and I bought it and I combined it into the clothes I already had at home. So I made these into the thrill pockets like a cowboy, 2968. That's the address of my house where I started my brand.
Refashion is the joint initiative of the New York City Department of Sanitation and local fashion designers. The main goal is to learn and teach others sustainability and the many ways to rethink and recycle what we already have in the most environmentally friendly way. This lab just outside New York City turns used clothing into something new using only pure cotton items. Buttons, zippers, and synthetic inserts are carefully removed. A special solvent thins the fabric structure, and a special spinning wheel turns the resulting mass into new fiber.
This fiber was made from 100% post-consumer cotton garment waste. These are the old t-shirts, socks that you think there's no value for. We basically liquefied them and we turned them into a new fiber, and we can take this fiber, spin it into yarn, and make textiles.
Stella McCartney, Adidas, Levi's. These big brands use such recycled fiber for whole new collections. Smaller brands also find ways to recycle creatively. Buying used clothing has a lot of advantages, believes Isabel Varela. She used to be a shopaholic, but her passion caused her to have large debts. Varela realized she was doing herself a disservice and started buying used items.
Having a healthier relationship with clothing. So we do need clothing, and we do need a shop for basics, but it's behind it. It's like go to thrift stores, swap shops, shop in your closet. It's to see what we already have.
Reviewing, resewing, combining. This is the latest trend of the fashion industry. And while some clothes may only be good for a landfill, many more are destined for a second chance in life. For Nina Vishneva in New York, Anna Rice, VOA News.
Now, Cameron Hamilton had never seen Lauren Speed when he got down on one knee. Speed had never seen Hamilton when she said yes. And that's what makes the new reality show Life is Blind so different. The couple met on the Netflix hit show, where couples who have never seen each other can decide to get engaged based on the emotional connections they make while dating in pods. On the show, much of the couple's story arc revolved around the fact that they were an interracial couple.
It seems like the show kind of made it like right at the forefront. Like every time we sat down, it's like, you know, I'm black and you're white.
Right.
Hey, you're white and I'm black. But it wasn't like that. But I feel like any time that we did address it, those times definitely made the edit of the show. Cameron.
Yes.
I think I love you.
I love you. If we get married, then, you know, that's it for me.
Yeah, me too.
How did I get so lucky?
And thanks for watching VOA's Red Carpet. My name is Jackson Vunganyi. For more entertainment news, remember to check us out on voanews.com. We are on Facebook, on Instagram, and on YouTube. Until next time, goodbye, everyone.